Can you beat every overworld boss in Breath of the Wild by only throwing boomerangs? There are 3 enemies that appear in the world of Breath of the Wild that have boss health bars: Taluses, Hinoxes, and Muldugas. Our first foe is the Talus, which is a big rock monster whose only weak point is the ore on its back, and will fire its rock arms at Link as projectiles. This fight can be variable, as depending on the angle at which the Talus hits you, Link will either take very little damage or will get one shot. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm also doing this challenge with 3 hearts, 1 stamina wheel, no divine beasts, master mode, and no fairies. The key thing to fighting this guy is that you need to throw the boomerang at an angle that it can go through the ore and come back to Link. Boomerangs in this game are vastly inferior to those of the other games. You have to aim them every time, you have to manually catch them, and they're not even guaranteed to come back to Link. If you hit the Talus ore head on, the boomerang will just flop to the ground and you'll have to pick it up yourself. But overall, this fight isn't too rough. As long as you stay on your toes and have decent aim, the Talus will go down relatively easily. But you know what is rough? That only a small percentage of you watching this video are actually subscribed. If you're liking the content, then please help your boy Draco out by hitting that red subscribe button. Our next foe is the Hinox, which is essentially a bigger, slower, uglier version of Mike Wazowski. Unlike Taluses, you can hit any part of the Hinox body and deal damage to it, but if you hit the eye of a Hinox, they will fall on their ass and be stunned for a bit. However, one thing to note is that the boomerangs can't fly through the Hinoxes, meaning that every one you throw will have its momentum halted and will fall to the ground after making contact with the Hinox. This isn't too much of a problem though, as since Hinoxes are so slow, you can easily juke them and go pick up your fallen boomerangs, ultimately resulting in an easy fight and one I actually got on my first attempt. Now we move on to our third and final foe, the Mulduga, which is the one I was the most worried about. If you're familiar with Muldugas, then you know that the way you're supposed to fight them is to throw a bomb on the ground, let them eat it, and explode it while it's in their stomach. But since in this challenge I could only deal damage by throwing boomerangs, I had to come up with an alternative. I initially thought of baiting the Mulduga by standing on the sand and at the last moment running onto a hard land, but... Oh! That scared the shit out of me. Oh! Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. 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 Damn it. Oh. Oh. Wait. It didn't kill me. Oh my. You gotta be kidding me. That didn't really work out, so I had to think of something else. After some brainstorming and many deaths, I kind of figured it out. Turns out, the Mulduga does not need to swallow the bomb for it to get its attention. In fact, you can just throw a bomb onto the sand and detonate it, which is alone enough for the Mulduga to pop out of the sand and be like, "Where is the bomb that clearly already detonated 5 minutes ago?" And while he's in the air, you can pelt him with your boomerangs. But despite having this plan, executing it was still pretty difficult. For one, after you damage the Mulduga a bit, sometimes it'll throw a tantrum and just coast along the sand above ground, which you would think is a blessing and I could just pelt it with boomerangs repeatedly. But no, this tantrum sucks. Because for one thing, due to this being master mode, this is the perfect opportunity for it to regenerate its health. And another thing is, similar to the Hinox, boomerangs don't go through the Mulduga's body, meaning that any boomerangs that hit it will just fall into the sand. Any boomerangs you throw during this tantrum should be considered gone for good, because going deep into the sand to retrieve them is practically impossible. Even after all these attempts, I still don't know the trigger for this tantrum, so if you do, feel free to let me know down below. But regardless, I'd figured out what I exactly needed to do, which was bait the Mulduga very close to the island I was standing on and throw the boomerangs at a very sharp angle. This would cause the boomerangs to fall back down almost vertically, meaning they would either fall back onto the island or right around the perimeter. And after many deaths and many attempts, this happened. No! One more! Oh my god! Fuck! If I didn't miss that, we would have had it! And with this... Oh my god! Oh my fucking god. Oh, let's fucking go! So to answer the question, yes, you can beat every overworld boss in Breath of the Wild by only throwing boomerangs. If you enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. And if you're wondering what other enemies you can beat with only boomerangs, you can check out my video where I beat a silver Lionel doing just that, which will be linked down below. But with that, I will see you all in the next one. Bye!